Hi, this is a tutorial on how to use one of our databases, Academic OneFile. So the first thing I like to show everyone how to do is how to get to our library website. The library website is where you access all of our resources. So from the Bristol Community College homepage, which is bristolcc.edu, you go to Learn at Bristol, this drop-down menu up here, and it opens up, and in the center you'll see Library. And you just click on that. And that brings you to the library homepage. This is what it's looking like for the fall semester. Up here in this ribbon is always up here, and it is where you can always, the ribbon's always there, okay? So you start with searching, you drop down to articles and databases, and then you go to our A to Z list of databases. So, nice thing about Academic OneFile is that it's starts with A and is at the top of the list. So you just click on it. If you're doing this from off campus, I'm glad this happened. It doesn't usually because I'm usually logged in. You'll need to put in your 900 number to access the database. Slow today. Okay, so we're in. So there's a couple of different ways to start your search. You can use the simple search, which is here, or you can use the advanced search. I'm going to go into the advanced search. And the biggest difference is that the advanced search gives you boxes and options for how to form your search string with your keywords. So you put your keywords in the boxes. It has the connectors, your Boolean connectors, so and, or not are right there. You can choose to search by keyword, which is where I usually leave it unless I am looking for something specific and I have information on it. So you can search by subject, you can search by abstract, you can search by author, but I usually just leave it in keyword. So we're going to do a search for gun violence and schools. Okay, now down towards the bottom is where you can do some limiting. Full text documents is checked automatically, so it defaults to finding the full text documents. You can limit to peer-reviewed journals, you can limit by date. You can also do that in a different screen, which is what I'm going to show you. So I do leave it on full text, especially while we're all working from home. You need to be able to find things that you have immediate access to. So you can just hit search. And here's your results. So I wanted to show you the results without limiting it too much. So academic journals is the default. So we have 57 articles in academic journals. We also have 84 articles in magazines. We have one book. We have almost 1,400 news articles, 22 images, and 32 videos, all dealing with our search terms. You can limit to peer-reviewed journals. This is up to your professor. If your professor only wants you using peer-reviewed, then this is what you would check, and you'll see what happens when you check that. It gets rid of all the other stuff because it's irrelevant, and it brings us down to 28 journals. You can also sort by publication date. So you can put in a custom date range here, depending on what you're studying, what your teacher wants. You may want to look at things that are very recent, or the dates may not matter. So you can put in dates here, especially if your teacher says, I only want you to use resources from the past 7 years. Okay, so once you get your list, you just need to scroll through and see what kind of piques your attention. Um, so I'm going to check on this one. So you have the basic information, basic information here, the author, um, what journal it appeared in. It says right here that it's peer reviewed, what the date is, how many words it is, and that it's an article. So you can just click on the link and bring up the whole article. So here's the entire article. You didn't have to go searching for it. Nobody had to email it to you. That's the whole article. What you'll notice is that your search terms are highlighted in red. So you have the authors, the date, the journal, the publisher, again, the length, the document type. On the side, you have more like this, so it gives you more articles that are similar in content to the one you're looking at. You have your subject list, so your related subjects are gun control, gun violence, media violence, violent death, youth violence. You can click on these and get the articles that are related to that subject. So up at the top here, once you're in your article, you have a toolbar. When you see quotes or see the word cite, that's your citation. So if you click on that, you can choose which format you need, MLA, APA, or Chicago. And you can copy and paste this into a document. You can send it right to your Google Drive. You can send it to your OneDrive. If you're using a tool like EasyBib, you can send it there. One thing I do recommend is if you are a regular Google Drive user or OneDrive user, log into your Google Drive or your OneDrive account before you start your searching, because most of our databases have tools that allow you to export information directly into your drives. So that's where you find your citation. Always check your citation against, in your course guide, you'll have a tab, or you should have a tab, that says citation help. In there, you'll find a whole list of guides that you can download, and you can check your citations against that. They're usually right, but you just want to double check. They're doing construction outside my house, so I've been trying to find a quiet time to do this. There isn't one. You have the send to tool over here. Again, you can send the entire article, not just the citation, to your Google Drive, your OneDrive, or your email. So if you don't use one of the drives, definitely send anything that looks even remotely like you'll use it to your email so that you don't lose it. You can download it to your computer. You can print it. This is important here, get link. So this link here, this is a permalink. This is different than the web address or the URL. A lot of people think that when they use the URL or the web address as the link to the article, they're disappointed to find that they go back for it later and it's gone. That's because the URL on these kinds of databases can change. The permalink means that this article is permanently linked to this link right here. So if you need to link this article, this is what you use, because this article will always be permanently connected to this link. If you scroll all the way to the bottom of your article, this is a long article. Whee. You'll find your citation again. You'll find more like this again, and you can click on view all related articles. And you will find at the end of your article all of the notes. So the article's bibliography. And this is important because this shows you all of the places that the person who wrote the article got their information. So you can use these to track down more information on your subject. All right, and that is the basics to using Academic OneFile. I hope this helped. Remember, you can always get in touch with a librarian. You can use the Book a Librarian tab on your course guide. You can find Book a Librarian under Ask a Librarian on our library homepage. And you can also use the chat boxes, which are in your course guide and on the homepage.